Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if it didn't start yet, y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Shout out to Anton Daniels. If y'all remember years ago, man, years back, I used to be like one of the biggest damn advocates for the LaPeep network. Shout out to them. I don't want to go as far as to say he started from LaPeep network, but that's how I got introduced to Anton Daniels, was from the LaPeep network from 5 years ago with the original cast members like Chicago Rilla, LaPeep, obviously LaPeep himself, Kay and Kayla, I should say, and stuff like that. They were killing it. This was like 5 years ago. So to see him grow from that to having his own, I think he has 2 shows now and a few other things that he also does on the side. And then now this debate. Shout out to Hardly Initiated. Shout out to them. I'll make sure to put the link to this video in the description so y'all can go ahead and watch this. But let's get into this, man, because I already seen the full interview or podcast, whatever y'all want to call it, in its entirety already. I do believe Anton Daniels won clear with this debate. But let's get into it, y'all. Are women less submissive?
The concept of submission.
I understand that. So let's swing it a little bit. And I want to start with Anton. Do you think that women's dating expectations are too high? Because the men are saying women want entirely too much during the dating phase.
I don't believe in dating.
I agree.
Really?
I don't agree
I don't believe in dating
at all.
So how do you get to know a woman?
I think that you know your wife when you meet her.
Really?
Hold on. And this is why I say, he said, Yada, when you just mentioned, you said a man should have 300,000. Like he said, man should go after a woman with purpose, not to date her, not to sleep with her, not to have children out of wedlock. That's my wife. I'm going to court you for however long, but this is going to end in marriage. And this is why I say a man should provide a woman's every need, because you're going after a woman with purpose. Excuse me, brother. I apologize.
No, I don't believe in dating.
So, and give me context on when you say a man knows his wife.
One thing that he
sees
said,
her.
one thing that he said, well, he didn't say it specifically, but he used several different examples. One thing that he said previously, when he just spoke, not just this time, but previous to that, is he was speaking about submission and how you can inherently, every woman has the ability to be submissive depending on the circumstances that she put in, especially when she's under a certain type of man. I do believe that every woman has the ability to be submissive.
On praises.
Okay.
But I also believe that you should be equally yoked. I'm not going to chase something that's not of me in order to try to convince them or show them that I have the ability to provide for them to where they can be submissive under me.
Well, give us some context as well to equally yoked, because I think that's thrown around.
A lot of guys.
Real quick before they go on, let me say something to you about being submissive, right? And everybody's entitled to their own opinions. They both don't agree with quote unquote or don't fully understand dating or whatever the case may be, and that's cool. Y'all gotta understand that these are people that's I believe Anton is what, 40s, 50s? So they're from a different era compared to people like me that's in their 30s, late 20s, right? Or mid 20s, 30s. Completely different. Their dating time back then was, come on, y'all. back then you could take a girl to a damn, to a movie night, and that was considered a damn date, right? Spending $1, $2 on a movie, and then that would be your girlfriend. Nowadays, I ain't gonna get into it. Anyway, are women less submissive now compared to back then? I would say yes, bro. when I look at or when I think about dating a woman, I compare them to the women that's in my family, and the women that I see, the ones that's married, the women that's in my family, the women that I grew up around, the women that seeing the things that they was doing, like my grandmother, like for instance, right? You know, and my grandpa, he died years ago, but I remember vividly how my grandma used to get ready for the day. My grandma used to always be the first one up. All the time, used to be the first one up. She would get up, get my granddad newspaper, cook him breakfast, have his coffee, have his meal hot, had his hot plate ready. My grandpa used to get up. You know, my grandpa used to go to work every goddamn day. Get up, shower, do what he got to do, put his damn uniform on, come to the damn table, sit down. His newspaper was already on the goddamn table. He'd be sitting there reading his newspaper. My grandma used to bring the food to him. He'll sit up there eating his food, bring his coffee, stirring his coffee up, make sure his coffee is good, just the way he like it. Put the goddamn coffee on the table. My grandpa used to sit there, read that newspaper, sipping his goddamn coffee, eating his eggs, whatever the case may be. Put it down, or whatever the case may be. Get up, get going. On his way out, my grandma used to have a lunchbox ready in this big ass little thing of water. And my granddad would be gone all day. My grandma used to clean up, get the newspaper. She used to use this thick ass little paper clip to save where my grandpa had just finished reading his newspaper. So when he got back from work, he can continue picking up where he just left off. Clean up the house, do whatever she got to do, take care of obviously us, because, you know, we was there for like the weekend or for the week or whatever, like, you know, spring break or whatever. And those are the things I grew up seeing my grandmother doing every single night, every single day. Making him a hot meal, making him this, doing that, all this, that, and the third. Now, I don't see those types of things nowadays. A lot of, and no disrespect, ladies, but a lot of y'all ass can't even boil rice correctly compared to a full course goddamn meal. And these are things I remember vividly seeing them, my aunts, my uncles, you know what I mean, my older cousins that was damn married. These are things that I used to damn see. So compare that to now, seeing women doing all this, clapping in people's faces, trying to damn raise it. I have never seen my grandma, first of all, raise a hand to my grandpa, number one, but raise her damn voice. Y'all think we have that now with the women? No. To answer the question as far as women being less submissive, I definitely believe that women is less submissive now compared to 10, 20, 50, X amount of years ago. And it only gets worse from here. Why? Because just like shout out to Ayala Vansan said this. She said a lot of women is being paid to be acting out of order, which is the reason why they act out of order today. Let's keep going.
Run out there and they try to get the thing that's the finest. A lot of guys run out there and a lot of the foundation of their relationship is based off of sex. Like, they don't have anything to stand on once they start to have conversations about things that's much deeper than what's on the surface. And so at that point, you realize that you're unequally yoked, but you've already started to join in together as though you were married by doing things that married people do. And so that's the one thing that I think that is nuanced in a conversation, is that we're not talking about being equally yoked, right? A lot of times we say that guys are supposed to take on something that's not for them for the sake of saving a woman from herself. That's not his purpose. That may not even be his wife. But a lot of times we incentivize men to do so because we hearken unto the voices of women and what they want. That's not what we are supposed to do. When it comes to the whole idea of your wife, I believe that women often at times skip over the men that they were supposed to marry. And then they try to have a redemption arc. I believe that men often at times, they ignore the women that is supposed to be for them because they're too busy focused on these women that's for the streets, right? I believe that a lot of times your wife or the person that you're supposed to be with, and we talk about guys that's in the friend zone and stuff a lot of times, but you're supposed to marry your best friend. That's the person that has your
I
best.
agree.
That's the person that has your best interests at heart. That's the person that wants the best for you. That's the person that absolutely is going to be there through thick and thin. And all of the vows that you're going to take, they're already living it. They're a reflection of it. But so many times we're incentivized by the things that surround us, influenced by the things that surround us, especially when we have a young mind. And your mind is not even fully developed until you in your mid-20s. And so a lot of times we used to depend on our culture. We used to depend on our family to help us vet and see things that we couldn't see. But now we're choosing for ourselves. So again, I don't believe in dating. I believe that dating is just the gateway for you to find yourself in situations that you're not supposed to be in. And I believe that you know your wife very, very early. And a lot of times we skip over the person that we're supposed to be with.
So you know what?
Excellent point. Excellent point. I'm telling y'all, man, again, y'all need to make sure, I'm going to add the link in the description. Y'all need to make sure y'all go ahead and watch that full video, because it was crazy. It was crazy on both sides. And I'm not discrediting Yada Awakening. I'm not discrediting him at all. I think he made a few good points that I definitely agreed with. But for the most part, in its totality, in this whole debate, I believe Anton Daniels won, hands down. Hands down. Now, let's get into this, y'all. Regarding the women, right? Where you spoke about the women, talking about how, and it's basically similar to what I've been saying, like when I said, hey, yo, listen, if a woman makes it to 30, 35 years old, 9 times out of 10, she had already met her husband. And I mean that entirely, mainly because it's just and ladies, let's be real. 9 times out of 10, the dude that you were supposed to marry, like he said, is the dude that's in your friend zone. Flip it to the men. Fellas, a lot of women you were supposed to be married to, was the chick that you was either just smashing or a chick that you didn't have the time of the day for. And I too am guilty of that. I've spoken to y'all about a couple of the chicks that I was talking to back when I was in grad school. A couple of girls I was talking to when I was in undergrad school, where I spoke about one of, in particular, to be more specific. One of the chicks I was talking to was from Cameroon, right? I dated a girl from Cameroon. I dated another chick that was from Nigeria. I dated another chick that was from Egypt, right? A couple of African girls, but whatever. Those are the main 3 I spoke about on this channel that I remember. Anyway, one of the chicks that I was talking to was from Cameroon. Very, very nice woman, gorgeous as hell, smart as hell. She had 1 son, or whatever the case may be. I would have loved to be, I would have loved to be in a relationship with her, or anything like that. But at the time, in my mind, I was only there for sex, and I made that clear to her, and she was okay with it. Now, would I go so far as to say that should have been a woman that I married? I'm not going to go that far and say all that, but I will say, that was the woman that I had no problem as far as settling down with or being in a serious committed relationship with, mainly because she was submissive. She held on to a lot of her African roots, the way that she was raised, growing up, all other things. She had to slip up, whatever the case may be, and she had a son. It is what it is, whatever. I've been in situations like that a few times. Again, chicks from grad school, chicks from undergrad. And I got so busy being in my own head, thinking to myself, oh, I'm big and bad. I don't need no girl. I can do this, that, or third, blah, blah, blah. I'm just keep smashing chicks until I die, trying to be like my goddamn uncles. That I realized that I messed up. I was like, damn, I met so. She was a complete wife. Oh, I remember that chick that was, yeah, man, you know what? That girl was, that could have been the one for me. And I can come out here and openly say these types of things. Why? Because I'm not a damn ashamed of it. Again, I said this out of experience. If you meet a chick, fellas, she 30, 35 years old, 40 years old, never been married or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, hell, I would even go so far as to say 10 out of 10 times, she already met her husband and she fumbled that. That's the truth of the matter, unfortunately, y'all. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Again, please, y'all, go ahead and click on the link in the description, and y'all go ahead and find this damn video. Go ahead and watch this video. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be safe, America.